Okay. I officially give up. The attic has won. I've been up here for 3 hours and somehow I've accomplished absolutely nothing. No, seriously. I started organizing boxes. Then I found old photographs. Then I spent about 20 minutes laughing about my haircut from 6th grade, and now I am sitting on the floor holding a stuffed rabbit missing one eye. My productivity has been defeated by nostalgia. Hey, can you hand me that box over there? The one with all the notebooks? Yeah, that's the one. Thanks. Oh no. No, no, no. These are my journals. This is dangerous. You should never allow someone to access their childhood journals. There's no one telling what kind of embarrassing evidence is inside. Alright, let's see. Dear Diary. Good start. Classic. Very professional. Today I saw a squirrel and I think it understood me. Wow, a literary genius from the very beginning. Don't you dare judge me. You were weird too. Especially you, actually. Remember when you became convinced that there was a treasure buried behind the school? You made us dig holes for 2 straight weeks. We found exactly 0 treasure. Huh. Wait. I remember this diary. I think I wrote it around 11, maybe 12. That's dangerous territory. Those years should probably remain classified. Let's see. School complaints. More school complaints. An entire page dedicated to how unfair vegetables are. Important historical documents. Oh. Hang on, what is this? Something folded between the pages? That's weird, it's a note? No way. No way. You gotta come here and look at this. Seriously, get over here. There's no way I'm reading this alone. Okay. Apparently, this is written by us. Jointly. Which already feels like a terrible sign. Let's see. Official friendship agreement. Oh my god, we actually titled it? This is a contract made between... And there's our names. Best friends forever and ever. Very legal. Very binding. Rule number 1. No abandoning each other when we're old. Aw. That's actually kinda sweet. Rule number 2. If one of us becomes famous, the other gets free stuff. Now we're talking. At least our priorities were balanced. Rule number 3. Oh, wait. Oh. You remember this? Because I don't. If neither of us is married by 25... Oh no. No, absolutely not. There's no way this sentence is going where I think it's going. If neither of us is married by 25, then we have to marry each other. Well, that is certainly a thing we apparently decided. Children should not be allowed to draft contracts, especially not us. Wait, there's more? Because we're already best friends, and that's probably the most important anyway. Wow. Kids really do have a way of simplifying things. No complications or overthinking or worrying about what everyone else might say. Just, you're my favorite person. Let's stay together forever. That's kind of adorable and a little embarrassing, but mostly adorable. You know, looking at this now, it's strange. Because so much has changed. We've grown up, we've moved, gone through different schools, different jobs, relationships, and definitely versions of ourselves. There were years when we barely saw each other, and somehow we're still here. Still helping each other carry boxes, making each other laugh, and knowing exactly how the other one takes their coffee. Still finding our way back. Can I tell you something? I've actually been thinking about that lately. About us. Not the marriage contract part. Well, maybe the little of the marriage contract part now. But mostly how easy it is to be around you. How every time life gets complicated, you're the person I want to talk to. How every big memory somehow ends up having you somewhere in it. And how lately I've been wondering whether what I feel for you stopped being friendship a long time ago. I just never knew how to say it. Because you're important. And when someone matters to me that much, the possibility of losing them becomes terrifying. So I stayed quiet. I convinced myself that friendship was enough. That wanting more was too risky. And then apparently the universe decided to expose me by using evidence from 12-year-old me. Honestly, that's rude. But maybe she had a point. Not about the contract. Well, not entirely about the contract. But about the part she wrote that being best friends was the important thing. Because she's right. You are my best friend. And if I'm being honest, you're also the person I've fallen in love with. There. I said it. After all these years, all this time, after one extremely incriminating piece of childhood paperwork. Wait. Really? You've got to be kidding me. You've been feeling the same way? For how long? No, don't tell me. Actually, tell me immediately. You know, I think we should keep this. The note. Not because it's legally enforceable, but it's definitely not because 12-year-old us somehow predicted anything. Because it's a reminder that sometimes the people who know us best end up becoming the people who love us best too. And I think that's pretty amazing. Come here. Just for a second. Oh, there you are. You know, for the first time in a long time, the future feels surprisingly simple. Maybe not easy, but simple. Because no matter where it goes, I know I want you beside me. And apparently, 12-year-old me did too.